Okay, so I know I'm a little late on the bandwagon, obviously. I mean, from the title of this thing. I'd say I'm a few years late. But this is a review of the movie Moulin Rouge. This was great. If I'd been more like attentive to it and less, how long is this movie? It would have been a great experience, but there are just a few things that I think people who have not seen this movie before should be aware of. And if you haven't seen this movie yet, you're like me and you probably won't ever see it. So the first thing you should know is that there's a lot of panties in this thing. If you weren't aware, now you know. But yeah, I mean, the majority of this movie takes place in a nightclub, to put it in the friendliest terms. Yeah. Costumes were great. The costumes were fantastic. I loved the costumes. The other thing you should be aware of is that there's a lot of covers of songs. So, what I noticed was like within the first 2 minutes of the movie, there's a Sound of Music reference. What I want to know is how much money they made on this movie. Like, honestly, how much could you make with all these covers? Like, the rights for this stuff must have been horrendously... Thought I had pink on my neck from my hair. Would have been horrendously expensive. Because the frickin' Sound of Music, man. That's a lot. That's a big movie. Anyway, the third thing you should know is that there's a lot of creepy mustache guys in this movie. I've got a problem with creepy mustache guys. I don't like them. If you look at him now, he's a I'll pop up a picture. The fourth thing you should be aware of is make sure you're watching this with a group of people that is okay with this kind of thing. I watched it with a group of people from my church. Well, that was pretty awkward, to say the least, you know? I wasn't even the one who picked out the movie. It was one of the girls who's like, I'm not gonna add that into the video. I just thought I'd do it. It was a little awkward, because from church. There you go. Oh. But yeah, this whole movie was just a lot of singing. A lot of singing. I don't have a problem with singing. Going to actual plays has set my standards too high, though. Also, you know. I can sing myself. That's right. Approve. I don't have very much else to say about this movie. I mean, it was just a lot of prancing and jumping around. And Slughorn is in this movie. I realized like halfway through and I was like, that's Professor Slughorn. This was an awkward experience for me. It was a long movie, I'll say that. Have a nice day, guys. Thanks for watching, I guess. Subscribe if you want to. I don't care, it's not necessary. I'm not trying to get famous or anything. I don't like that ending.